Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here, and I've made various kinds of fencing in the past. If you look through my previous videos, you'll see a number of different ideas for fencing, but this time I've made these concrete barricades, which would be quite useful if you're making 1/35 scale dioramas or wargaming, or on a slightly smaller scale for your train layout, 00 or HO scale. These are at 1/35 scale, so they'd need to be a bit smaller for your train. But just a simple idea, very easy to make, and cheap, which is the main thing. All I've used is cardboard, toothpicks and barbecue sticks, so cost no money at all to make, and didn't take long to make either. So let's get on with the video then. I'll show you how I went about making them. Before then though, please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell and click the all button, and you will be notified when new videos come along. I try to do 1 or 2 videos every week. Okay, so let's get on with the video and see how I made them. Okay, so let's make a start. As usual, 2mm cardboard. That's the optimum size of cardboard to use, 2mm thick. If you can't get 2mm, stick 3 pieces of cornflake packet together. That'll give you 2mm or thereabouts. So it's easy to cut and it's nice and stiff. That's what you want. Okay, so we need some pieces, or a good long length, 2 1/4 inches wide, which is 57mm. So 2 1/4 inches that way, 57mm, and then however many blocks of concrete barrier you want, cut them off to 3 5/8 of an inch, or 93mm. So 93mm that way, 57mm that way, 3 5/8, 2 1/4. That's the size you want for each of the blocks. Then mark out the block wherever here we are. Mark out the block 3/16 of an inch, mark a line, or can't see, 5mm. So the first line is 5mm, or 3/16. Then from that line to that next line, 5/8. That's 16mm. So that's where are we? From there to there, 5/8, and then from there to there, 7/8, or 22mm. Then in the middle, we want 1/4 inch, or 6mm. And then it'll be the same the other side. So that's 7/8, that's 7/8, that's 5/8, that's 5/8, 3/16, 3/16. That's how you need to mark it out. Easy enough, except that this line you'll need to mark on the other side. So turn the card over, and from the edge to there will be 3/16 plus 5/8, whatever that is. I don't know. It'll be 21mm. So measuring 21mm there. So you've got, where are we? That line marked on the other side. Okay. So that's what you should have. Now, along this line and the 2 center lines, the outside line, score a line with a very sharp craft knife. Don't go all the way through. You might need to test your strength as to how far you need to cut through. Just a couple of light cuts, one a little bit stronger, and it'll cut halfway through, something like that. So cut down that 3/16 line, the 2 center lines and the end line, and then turn it over and then score down that line. That will then give you that shape, which is the shape we're after. So kind of like that. Okay, I know it's a little bit bit wobbly at the minute, but we'll rectify that very quickly. So another piece, exactly the same width, 2 1/4 inches, which is, what did we say, 57 millimeters, and then cut it 1 inch wide, 25 millimeters. So with that, stick that on there, hot melt glue, and then that on there, hot melt glue, and you're going to get still a little bit wobbly shape, but you're going to get a better shape of what we're after. So once that's glued in position like that, then put that on another piece of your card, rest that on there like that when it's all glued up, and then mark around, and you'll need 2 of those, one either end. Cut those out, stick those on the ends, and you'll have that. So we've got the right shape, we've got the right width, and everything is tickety-boo, as they say. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 more. I'll make 3 more up, and then with some wall filler, not watered down, I'll just put some filler in that space there, just push it in, and then with my index finger and thumb just scroll along like that, and it will give a nice sharp edge again, because we haven't got that. And also down here, which isn't quite so bad, but just push some filler in there, and then just pull along with your 2 fingers, and it'll fill that space. When you've done that, then use some watered down wall filler. Just add a little tiny bit of water to it, and then you can brush it all over. So we've got a basis then for painting or finishing, however we want. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do all 3 more, and come back and we'll see what we do next. Okay, so now we've got the shape of our barricades. I gave it that piece of wall filler to fill in the gaps where we'd cut the cardboard, and then gone over with a thinner coat of white wall filler until we have 4 like that. So what I did then, where is it? Painted or marked out a straight line at the top of the foot, if you like, of the barricade, and then where it the angle meets in the middle there, and drew a line with the pencil, filled it in with yellow paint, and then with the right width of card, where is it? I just marked out with a pencil or a fine pen, and then just mark out where the the separation between yellow and black. That's what I'm trying to say. And then fill in the alternate ones with black. Okay, we got there in the end. So there we are. That's what we need on all 4 of them. So we've got the hazard painting, which I will finish off and do all 4 of them like that. Then I'll give it a coat of grey grout, tile grout. Just give it a coat, and then sponge off with a damp sponge, just to give it a concrete looking effect for the rest of the barricade. Okay, that would be the end of it then, if you so wanted just the barricades. But I'll take it just a step further, and I've made these from toothpicks. This is a like a fence kind of thing that will stand on top of the barricades like so. So just a square of toothpicks, and then with what do you call them? Barbecue sticks. That's right. So they're thicker pieces of wood. Barbecue sticks, toothpicks. 2 small pieces of toothpick stuck on the side of the barbecue stick, and they will now stick on the side like that. PVA glue, wait half an hour. Okay, and then I didn't bring them in. A piece of gauze. This is one I finished. And any kind of gauze. I live in a tropical country, so there's plenty of mosquito netting around. So I've used some of that. But any kind of gauze effect like that. And then with 2 holes drilled in. Get in. That will give a fence effect, if you like, on top of the barrier. So I've put all these together now, glue that on there, put my gauze on, spray silver, and finish off my I don't know, what do you call them, diagonal lines, I don't know. Anyway, I'll finish all 4 off, and we'll come back and we'll see what they look like when they're all finished. Okay, so I've finished them all off now. I gave them a coat of grey tile grout, and then just sponged it off to give it the concrete look. Okay, so they're all finished now, and I think they would look pretty good on any suitable diorama or wargaming that you may be interested in, or even a rail. You maybe need to make them a smaller scale, but the principle is still the same. If you wanted to make them for a railroad setup. So 1,000,001 uses. I'm sure you'll agree. And very simple to make. Cardboard, toothpick, barbecue stick. A little bit of mesh of some kind. I used mosquito netting, and just yellow and black paint. So very easy to do, but very what's the word? Very, oh, for goodness sake, very good looking. I can't think of the word. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. If you would like to have a go for yourself, you don't need to have this top fencing part. It's only just an afterthought. Without the fencing, you might want to put just a what do they call it? A D shape of 19 gauge wire. Maybe one in the middle or 2 either end, where they would be picked up by a crane to be moved around. It would be more authentic if you had that. So just a bit of a hook, if you like. Or you could just take out a little groove on the bottom there, on both sides, where it would be for forklift forks to go through to pick them up. Okay, know what I mean? But I didn't bother, but you can. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate your staying with me this long. Please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, click all, and you will be notified every single time that I put a video on YouTube. Won't that be nice for you? So there are something like 235 videos already, and there will be many, many more to come. Just simple ideas for model making, for dioramas, wargaming, railroad train sets is what I'm trying to say. Okay, So thank you again. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, as always, I wish you happy modelling.